Hello and welcome to another episode of Illinois Corn TV. It's a sunny day here in Central Illinois as we celebrate Soil Health Safety Week. Watch out for tips and resources on Illinois Corn's social media and our YouTube channel. Our episode today features an Illinois Corn partner at Commodity Classic and highlights a young farmer beginning his career in production agriculture. This year's Commodity Classic was a record-breaking event with over 11,000 attendees. We spoke with Randy Sprunk, who is a corn farmer and the chairman of the U.S. Meat Export Federation. He says the livestock and grain industry have a beneficial relationship.
I just spoke to 100 pork producers in DeKalb, Illinois this past Tuesday night here, and actually showed them data what exports of their product does worldwide, and really the value that's brought back because of what they do back to Illinois' corn, soybean farmers. It's 14.6% of the value of a bushel of corn is due to exports of beef and pork worldwide here. So a considerable amount here that just because of exports of red meats and protein worldwide adds values.
Reid Thompson is a young farmer in Colfax, Illinois. After working off the farm for 10 years following college, Thompson is back on the farm full-time.
Before I transitioned full-time to the farm, I attended the University of Illinois, where I graduated in 2010. Following graduation, I worked as a professional farm manager and real estate broker in Illinois and Indiana. I did that for nearly 10 years before I was able to make that transition to full-time farming in 2019. The way I describe my time off the farm and before joining full-time was I describe it as farming without the tractors. So a lot of the work that I did before joining full-time was lease negotiations, input procurement, correspondence with landowners, conversations with tenants that I was dealing with. And so I look at it as a very much of the a learning experience from the business side. A lot of things I think many young farmers don't get is to get involved immediately with the, buying inputs, selling grain, talking directly with landowners, buying and selling farmland. And I think that provided me a good platform and really a skill set that helped me transition into the farm a little easier. As well as I got to learn to do all the, farm service agency work. And so moving back full time, Dad was very willing to give up some responsibilities. Advice I would give someone who is really starting to think about making that transition home full time with Dad or Grandpa or uncles, the biggest thing is clear communication and be willing to have an open and honest conversation about what it is that you want, where you want to go in the next 5-10 years, but also what impacts does that have on your personal life, your family. When I made the transition home, the big thing was I had a full-time paycheck before coming home. And, our family had obligations, expectations of a certain style of family life. And the goal of that was not to seem like you needed to be paid and that you're worth a bunch of money, but more of, an expectation and honest conversation of how you fit into the operation and what you expect and how you expect to be compensated for your time, effort, and ultimately your expertise.
It sure looks like he has a bright future ahead. And speaking of the future, we'll toss it to the Elliott Girls from Monmouth, Illinois.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next Monday for a new episode. Happy planting!
Have a great week and don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching another episode of Illinois Corn TV.